Hello, my friends. I hope you're doing well. It is Wednesday morning. This is the 17th of February. Did you ever get gag gifts at Christmas time? I did. We always had a joking tradition to wrap something very small into a very small box, then another box just a little bit bigger, and then another a little bit bigger, and we would go larger and larger and larger till we got this box that could hold a dishwasher almost. And every box was wrapped, but it was put inside another box to the tune of about 8 or 9 boxes. My family was very creative with the box sizes. I remember one year I was excited because, and I think I was 16 or 17, I think it was 16, and I got the gag gift. And there was a great big box. And I thought, oh, wow, what could this be? A new stereo. It was big enough. It got some really big 15-inch speakers and a turntable. They still had turntables then, yeah. And double cassette deck. And I just had this whole high fidelity system in my head. And it was an assumption. Turned out to be not true, but it was an assumption. And I unwrapped it, started scratching at the paper, tearing the paper off. Felt like a little child. But I just knew as soon as I would pop that box open, it's going to be this high fidelity system, and I was going to blow the windows out of my room when my parents weren't home. Well, I opened it, and much to my chagrin, you got it. No stereo. And then I realized immediately what had happened. I got the booby prize. And I thought, oh goodness, how many more boxes do I have to go? And I kept unwrapping. Then I thought, okay, this has got to be the final one, because the box was getting like maybe the size of a pair of shoes, that's probably like a size 12. And I thought, this is a new pair of hikers, which I could use, or maybe some tennis shoes, which I didn't need as much because I didn't play sports and stuff. But I didn't care because I thought, well, this is still big enough to be something nice. Well, again, another booby prize. I opened the next box, and it was even smaller. And I thought, well, maybe this is a new hat and gloves for winter. And that was a good gift. It wasn't that. Then another box, and I thought, this is getting out of control. How many? Then finally got down to a tiny, tiny box, no bigger than my comb, and it was kind of a rectangle like this, and about that size. Then hope sprung forth in my spirit, and I felt like jumping up and down. Now I didn't, don't worry, nothing got broken, and I didn't break anything, but it had to be car keys for a car that my parents never bought their kids cars. But something went off in my screwed up head thinking, oh boy, they got me a car. I'm 16 or 7, maybe I was 17. I'm going to get my own car. I'm going to have a car to drive to school. Won't have to ride with friends, you know. I opened it, and it was something about my mother gave me a $5 McDonald's gift certificate. Well, I like that too, because I went to McDonald's quite often back then. And I remember thinking, oh, what a letdown. But I still had to go through all those layers to figure it out. And I still had to unwrap all those boxes to get to the bottom of it. And I want to encourage you today to not be afraid and don't dread opening every box. And I should say, every box of your own life. Don't be afraid to rip off the paper, start with the next box. I said not an X box, start with the next box. And if that's not your prize, maybe the next one is. And if not that one, maybe that, till finally you get down to the one and you think, oh, this could only be a car. And if it's not a car, be thankful you got a meal at McDonald's. You know what I'm trying to say. Be grateful for whatever you get. But don't spend your life afraid to show the friends and loved ones around you that you're grateful for anything and everything that they do. Don't be afraid of that. And try to encourage others to do the same. Inspire them somehow to allow you to be a blessing to them. Sometimes it's not all about us being the blessing. Sometimes it's us getting a blessing. Both ways. They're both valuable. I want to remind you that if you feel alone in this world, you're not. You're just not. And if you feel unloved, you're not, because I love you. I hope to see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Bye-bye.